Hello, 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 my beautiful, beautiful, chaotic individuals. Hello. I'm now adding a spiel at the beginning of this, so bear with me for 5 seconds while I run through my spiel that Corey is making me do. But thank you to everyone that is joining live over on twitch.tv/mamachaos with underscore, because, you know, Mama Chaos is apparently taken, so it's fine. Underscore. And if you are watching over at the YouTube channel, so youtube.com/mamachaos_ or mamachaos_vods, make sure sub, ring the bell, and like the video. But welcome, hello. I'm hopefully gonna be on a normal schedule this week. But hello. Hello, Apex Lord, which is aka my brother. Hello. Hello, Don, how are you? I am feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. My muscles hurt, I am tired, but can't sleep, so I'm just awake 24/7. It's yay. Micaiah, thank you for the sub. You're the true mama in our hearts. Yes. Bless you, children. Y'all are the best children. Dawn, thank you for the gifted sub! Whoop, whoop. Y'all are doing mad lad things. Simmer down. Simmer down, children. Simmer down. An anonymous cheer? Wit? Put the biddies away. You've started a hype train, you absolute crazy people. Crazy people. Crazy, crazy. But it's nice to be back. I have hopefully a normal schedule this week. This is a trial to see if I can handle 3 days while being... Mason, thank you for the biddies! This is a trial to see if I can handle 3 days while being 5 weeks away from my due date. And then as we get closer, we'll see. So today, we're going to be starting with GhostWire Tokyo The Prelude. So this is basically a reading simulator today, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to hear my ASMR voice, which is not ASMR, stick around. I'm excited because I was really excited for this game. Cross, thank you for coming in with the sub! How are you, Cross? But as I was saying, this goes into the lore kind of what takes place before GhostWire Tokyo. So if you're somebody that's interested into the lore of like games, of like what happened, like what causes them, because I'm assuming this means that you're not really getting a whole lot of information throughout the gameplay. So, which is I kind of like that there's a whole dedicated prelude. Living the dream. I feel it. I have my snacks, I have my water, and my tea. I feel it. Alright, let me go ahead and get this opened up. I haven't even, like, checked how this looks. We're winging it, guys. We just wing it here in this. Oh my god. I forgot it's a Bethesda game. And it's so bright. Oh my god. Oh no. Alright, let's go to gameplay there. Photo. Help, help, help. Ow. Why are we so aggressive? Hello? Oh, wait, no, I do want some audio, but, like, I don't need to be deafened. You know what I'm saying? Blinded by the light and deafened by the Bethesda noise. Literally. Alright, I'm trying to, like, find the right balance. Hold on. Text should animate. Okay. Controls. 2 controls. I love it. It's so simple. Thought you were a goner for a second. Like, did the rapture hit your location only? Yeah, like, what the fuck? But also, it's no surprise that, that I am drawn to this game because it's Bethesda. And if you have been around the channel for a while, you know my absolute love for all things Bethesda. So, it's not surprising. Mason, is volume good? By the way, we'll get into it and we'll see how it does, but it's reading simulator. Hello, sir? Oh, they blink. Oh my god. Okay, enter. I gotta hit things. Tango games. Right now is good. Okay. Rinko. I'm gonna say these names wrong. The one, the only. Oh, there's little noises. God damn it, Rinko. Resident Evil director. Oh, for this? Is it? I didn't know that. I'm slacking. Erica? I just like the look of this. Like, look at this art. No one wants to talk about it, but it's all that's on anyone's mind these days. Mysterious things are happening all around. Shh. My brain wants to say Shibuya, and that's probably not right. If it is not Shibuya, correct me, but till then, till further notice, it's Shibuya. Siren Vixen, hello, friend. Welcome in. How are you? How are you? That's correct. Mason, I feel like you're just lying to me right now. Sightings, attacks, disappearances, fear. How's a kid supposed to be a kid in a time like this? Izzy! Izzy, thank you for the sub for 13 months. How are you, Izzy? Whoop whoop. Rinko always fucking up. Roll call. I'm doing okay. How are you? I'm doing good. We are checking out the GhostWire Tokyo Prelude. So it basically explains kind of what takes place before you get into like the main game of GhostWire Tokyo. So it was for people if they wanted like an explanation of like what took place in that universe beforehand. This is kind of your best way to do it, which I think is really cool. So that way you're not like, you can really divulge into the main game itself, and you're not spending a lot of time trying to find like notebooks or like little hidden pieces of paper that like explain what happened. But Izzy, how are you? Welcome, welcome in. Hi, Dad. But honestly, see, I'm gonna mess these names up. Ryota never really was like most kids. He's not usually glued to his phone all day. I'm good eating pizza. Ooh, what kind of pizza are you eating? The what? The Kirigago vanishing, the Maruchan vanishing, and the bathroom vanishing. Okay, so you give me two that I can't speak, and then you just give me one that's easy? That's rude. Okay. Fine, I take all my butt and my stupid Japan knowledge elsewhere. Thank you guys again for the hype train. You guys are absolute angels. You did not need to do that, but I love all of your beautiful faces. And thank you for putting up with me on the daily. Bacon pizza, New York style pizza. Interesting. Schnazzy, schnazzy. Ryota's concerns bring him to a mysterious case file posted online. It's titled I'm gonna say it wrong. The Kirigoka Vanishing. He reads it to himself the best he can. Like me right now, trying to read this. Daily? Listen, Micaiah. Semi-daily. Once in a blue moon. Having tracked another report of dark fog to the area, I arrived to find it had passed, leaving dreary rain hanging over the neighborhood. Interesting. At the scene, all we found were the clothes of a mother and a son left behind like two molted cicada shells. It's hard to even imagine a parent and her child just gone, precious lives snuffed out forever. My heart sank knowing that I had failed to protect them. Hey, yo. Going events. Didn't you tell your job too that stopped this month, or did they like tell you, ha, joke's on you, you're doing it? Because I feel like that's what happened. It was the worst feeling I'd ever felt. As if on cue, the rain started pouring down. Heavier and heavier it fell with each passing minute, but I couldn't be bothered to take out my umbrella. Sir, that's how you get a cold. We shouldn't do that here. That's when the obvious culprits returned to the scene of the crime, a group of monsters. They had umbrellas of their own, as if rain followed them wherever they go. I was furious. I brought hell down onto them at that very moment. Okay. Hello? Someone call the authorities? It's until we hire the person that will do that. Oh. That's unfortunate. Tell him you need a break. Tell him you have to beat your KD on Warzone. It's very important. They tried to protect themselves with the umbrellas, but I just kept pounding on them until they were battered and broken. I was so exhausted I could have fallen over at any moment, but my utter wrath kept me going. Interesting. So for now, I'm like, wow, my KD. Yeah, your KD is slipping, Izzy. It's slipping. As I picked up to leave, I still refused to open up my own umbrella. I just walked away, rain pouring and soaking me to the bone. KK. Interesting. Ryota's concerns bring him to a mysterious case file posted online. It's titled... Really? 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 Do I have to click? Do I click things? Hold on. It didn't tell me all this. Oh, I click it. I'm a dummy. Wow. The more you know. See, it said 2 buttons. That's more than 2. Okay, so it lied. Unable to shake the idea that monsters are all around him, Ryota navigates on his phone to a document called the Marucci Vanishing. Probably wrong. The language is complicated, but he works to understand it. It says, I got a tip on a missing woman for... Please stop with the words that I can't... I'm butchering them. From Marucci. Orochimaru? When you've been a detective as long as I have, you tend to build up a big network of contacts. Finally got back into my main account. Welcome to the compromise. And then you just like sneak in a cheeky little sub for 17 months. What are you doing? Sir, put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Bum, 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 bum. The story my contact told me was that they saw the woman one day when the fog rolled in, it blanketed the area, and then poof, she was gone. Times like these make me wish a certain somebody was around. Come to think of it, the fog and these disappearances set the scene for when I first met the rest of my crew. Everybody kept talking about folks just up and disappearing, and I thought it was a load of horse shit. Wasn't until I met them and until my encounter that I believed. Ever since then, I've been haunted by what I would have once called hallucinations. Turns out being able to see spirits and monsters isn't fantasy movie nonsense after all. Guess I should be thankful, because otherwise I wouldn't have seen through that monster taking the form of the woman. She made a bunch of red orbs appear that chased me around, but I knew so long as I didn't let myself get surrounded, I'd be okay. She was a nightmare to look at, so I put her out of her misery. Oh, God. When I searched the scene, I spotted a woman's handbag, found the missing lady's ID cards in there, then I came across some clothes that looked like they would have been hers. They were in a little pile, but the way that they had fallen made it clear her body had just vanished. No mistaking whose handiwork it was either. I'd finally managed to get my hands on a solid enough lead to work with. Mr. Funny Man, welcome in, friend. Hello, hello. Thank you for the hydrate. How are you? How are you? I'm gonna need to hydrate with the reading simulator that we're going through today. He's trying to get extra snacks tonight with that sub. It's okay, because I bought myself snacks. Haha. Okay. Wait, what? The other articles disappeared. What the fuck? In these posts, the kid had found something, or rather someone called KK has been looking into monsters in this part of town, a believer just like Ryota. Social media would never lie, and that means KK is an expert, maybe the expert, in all things paranormal. Lurkin playing some PUBG. Thank you for the lurk. Get some dubs on PUBG. I can't play that to save my life, but you know what? I'm glad somebody can. There's only one thing left to do. Having pored over every story, post, and grainy photo about local monsters he could find, Ryota prepares to take action. I'm gonna ask this KK guy to help. Just gotta figure out where he lives first. I wonder... Is that gonna be, like, the main character of our game? Dear Mr. Investigator Person. Interesting. Rinko. Dear Mr. Investigator Person, hello, how are you? I'm not good and I need your help. Monsters got my best friend, Sosuke. Probably said that wrong too. Rinko sits up in her chair. She's zeroed in on one of a dozen monitors from across a makeshift command center stuffed into this cramped Tokyo apartment. Love the character design. I do too. I like the character design of them, and I like the art style. I like that they're very subtly like blinking and stuff too. It happened near the manhole. Please help me get him back. Data flies across the screen, seemingly too much. Charts and graphs, maps and mathematical equations, even social media feeds and open case files. Somehow, through all of those screens and all of that clutter, Ryota's message catches Rinko's eye. Sounds desperate, but it could just be some bored kid trolling us. Calm and confident, Rinko insists on balancing compassion with skepticism in her analytic approach. On the other hand, that manhole is within the vicinity of several recent incidents. Maybe he is involved. She knows what she thinks, but she also knows no one can protect Tokyo all by themselves. Trusting your teammates is the only way to keep everyone safe. I feel like that's a hint, possibly towards the game itself, or maybe just in general for like the reading of like the prelude, like, ooh, foreshadowing. Who is the he? Yeah, so like foreshadowing for the he, and then trusting your teammates is the only way to keep everyone safe. So those two things are like very interesting. What do you make of it, Ed? Ed squints and takes a single deep breath as he turns to the screen. Visual novel foreshadowing. Exactly right? Like, what the heck? He has something to say but holds it back. Technology is easy, people are hard. Instead of speaking up, he places a small recorder on his desk. He presses play, and as the audio begins to roll, Ed turns and walks away. I've heard intriguing stories about so-called manhole girls in Japan, vengeful ghosts of bullied students said to trick other children into following them into the sewer, from where they never return. If any information turns up about such anomalies, I'd be keen to investigate, though I speak purely out of personal interest. It might not be enough to make the rest of my team pursue it without further evidence. Okay, safe to say, since you somehow found the time to record something this specific about a single urban legend, that you want to look into it. Ed is already engrossed in other work. He doesn't respond. He certainly doesn't notice when Rinko rolls her eyes. He rarely does. Probably best we have no idea how you spend your free time, huh, Ed? Does he only communicate through the recorder? That's interesting if that's like the way he talks. Eric has been sitting next to Rinko this entire time, listening and waiting for the right time to chime in. That time is, want me to check it out? I don't think so, Erica. Could be dangerous. What if something happens to you? Seriously, you still don't trust me to go out by myself for 5 minutes in the middle of the day? At just 16 years old, Rinko might be right not to trust Erica on something dangerous. But Rinko knows that Erica has shown a maturity beyond her years. She gives Erica an almost sisterly look of skepticism. You know it's not that. Rinko quickly turns back to her monitors and away from Erica. But for all of her maturity, Erica can't quite keep from pouting. Stop making that face. Besides, we've got our very own private detective in the vicinity already. I'll have him take a look. Interesting. I like, too, that we're learning the lore of, like, the ghosts. Like, that you'll see in this game as well. I'm assuming, I think you see all of these ones that they mentioned. The stall is brimming as a wide array of customers eat in relative silence. The only sound they make is the slurping of their noodles. That silence breaks when a phone begins to vibrate upon the countertop. The owner ignores it, choosing to focus on his meal instead. The phone doesn't care about his hunger and continues to vibrate. The phone wins. The peace and solitude have shattered. There is no way to enjoy noodles. God damn it. The silent diner finally glances at the screen. He begins to mutter to himself. Another case. These people have me working harder than my enemies ever did. Sir, who yo enemies? I just want to know. Can't even get 5 minutes to enjoy a nice quiet lunch.
Oi.
Let me guess. I'll be risking life and limb. That's why you let it ring for so long. Too scared to pick up? Ha, you know the exact day I stopped being scared of anything. The day you stopped being a loner and hooked up with us so we could have your back? Sure, that works. Besides, I'm not full enough to pretend this team isn't half okay. If you need backup, you know I'll be there. No questions asked. I actually already volunteered, but right now there's nothing dangerous to be worried about. It's a simple check-in on a report of some suspicious activity that might be connected to those phenomena we've been looking into. It's always the simple cases that go south the fastest. You know what? You're right. Maybe Erica should run point on this one. Sure, she's just a kid, but you're busy, so... Whoa, hold up. Let's not sacrifice the rookie to make me look bad. I'm already out. Send me the info and I'll get on it. First, though, I need to talk to one of you about something. Her. We'll do Rinko. Hey, Rinko. Let me guess. Pissed I interrupted your precious solitary soba time guy. Irked, not pissed. I was almost done. God forbid the report of a vengeful spirit abducting children interrupt the same bowl of noodles you've had 1,000 times. Not much left in this world I would love. When I think of something else, I'll tell you. You won't have a chance to add to that list if we don't figure this out. We both know how powerful the forces we're dealing with really are. We have to keep pulling these threads until we've unraveled the whole damn thing. No thread is too small. Guess I can't argue with that. I know I can rely on you. It might be the only thing I know for certain. Now go prove how smart I am, dumbass. It's the job I was born to do. Ryota doesn't notice the people passing him on the street. They don't notice him either. He is young, but he is very much alone. His focus is centered on the small bit of paper in his hands. After a couple folds, the paper finds a familiar configuration. With a head, arms, and body, it takes shape. A palm-sized person stands in his hand. Interesting. As Ryota inspects his creation, someone who has been observing him from afar steps out of the shadows. What have you got there? Ryota looks up. He's nervous but clutches the paper doll in his hand to stay brave. He's not running or hiding, despite the gruff stranger staring at him. No need to be afraid. I'm not here to do anything bad to you or your little friend. Gotta admit, I've been known to carry the odd paper doll with me on an investigation. Strange habit, I know. But you get the benefits of a partner without the annoying small talk. Ryota's shoulders ease. He lets his guard down as he listens to the detective and re-examines the folded paper. The detective surprises himself with his playful tone. He's rusty, but he somehow still feels comfortable talking to this scared kid. Sometimes paper dolls are used for magical purposes. You a sorcerer by chance? Now's the time to tell me. So you really are him, huh? Gonna have to be more specific, kid. You're KK, the ghost hunter from the files. You must be. I just thought you'd be taller. He said, yo, you a midget. That's disrespectful. I'm a midget. I'm disrespected. They say you solve strange mysteries, right? KK? Maybe. The detective looks closely at Ryota's phone. He sees the social media post featuring photos of various case files he's worked on collected in one place. Look, I only use those initials because writing out my name is a pain and I got too much pain already. Sir, I get it. I relate. Spelling out my whole name is a pain. I get it, sir. Not your problem, right? Anyhow, that's me, KK, but I'm not a ghost hunter, I'm a detective. KK's demeanor hardens a bit, dropping the playfulness. You wanted an investigator, kid? Well, you got one. I'm so glad you're going to look into the disappearances at the manholes. Here's the thing, I already did, made some calls on the way here. There's no record of any recent disappearances. Still got a few friends on the force so I can dig up dirt quick. KK shoots Ryota a serious look. Not trying to pull a fast one on me, are you, kid? It's true, honest. My buddy Sosuke, I can't. Sosuke, we're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it and we're gonna say that's it. Disappeared. He hasn't come home since yesterday. Last place I saw him was right back here. Ryota motions to the alleyway behind him. He went down that way. I tried to follow, but I couldn't find him. He was completely gone. If Ryota is bluffing, he's an incredible liar. A sadness comes over him when he looks back toward the alley. KK looks back and forth from the kid, then to the alleyway behind him. All alleys are dark, but this one looks like it's never seen daylight. Seen any fog when that happened, the moment he disappeared? Now that you mention it, there has been something spooky around, like a kind of fog or darkness, but it came and then went. Alright. KK mutters something to himself as he eyeballs the alleyway behind Ryota. Nothing looks immediately out of place. With so much going down in the city, some kid getting lost doesn't exactly seem like front page news. Press for more info. We're not gonna say he's lying. We're gonna get some info. I need more to go on, kid. Why are you so convinced he was taken? Didn't happen to anyone else around here. But it did happen to my best friend. Sosuke's been missing for 2 full days. Everyone has been looking, but no one can find him. What about his parents? Have they filed a police report? I'm the only one who really cares about Sasuke. I know he needs me. And no one else is even looking for him anymore, just me. He's lucky to have you. It's like when you saw crows circling above the building in one of the cases you investigated, you knew there was more to it than anyone else. Well, Mr. KK, I know there's more to Sasuke's disappearance. I just need your help.
Oh.
Really did your homework, huh? I'm impressed. You're more dedicated than most adults I know. Which tends to be the case with children. You remind me of my friend Erica. She lost someone too, and she'll never stop fighting for them either. KK takes another glance at the alley. Alright, show me exactly where the Sasuke pal of yours disappeared. Ryuta perks up. My PC is just shitting the bed. I've never been more angry than right now. It's running so slow and I keep restarting. Oh no! I'm sorry! Maybe you need to check if stuff needs updated. Like your drivers. Or just burn it all down. So you're gonna look into it. I'm here, ain't I? Let me check in with my team, see if they've figured anything out. Could save us some time. KK reaches for his phone. What's up? We're all here. I just need a quick word with one of you to follow up on what the kid has told me. Ed knows more about this. Ed, you find anything in those files of yours while I was talking to this kid? Unfortunately, I've only ever done a limited amount of my own research into this legend before being pulled away by other tasks. That said, I've been quite eager to continue it. Ed, spit it out. What do you know? Of course, it's still just a theory. While he was speaking, Ed queued up another file on his audio recorder. He lets it do the talking from here out. While installing some ethereal energy monitoring hardware that I decided to place throughout the city, I've become aware of micropulses within Tokyo's electrical grid that are only recognizable within distinct frequencies. It is my belief that these frequencies are tied to spiritual resonance, a byproduct of vanishing experiments. Interesting. My intention is to continue monitoring these pulses via the mobile lab with the hope of ultimately detecting a source location. So far, signs point to the Shibuya district, and I've been unable to produce more specific results. It's as if the source is continually moving. Relocating, perhaps, to avoid the exact type of precise detection that I seek to achieve. A moving target, eh? Hell, if you were trying to move quickly through the city undetected, you could do worse than the sewers. Well, Ed, time to test this theory of yours. Ryota, it's time to find Sasuke. Ooh, interesting. Nothing looks out of place, but things are rarely what they seem. KK slowly but deliberately reaches his hands out. He's not holding on to anything, but you would think that he is by the way he's moving, like he's got something invisible dangling from his fingertips. Ryuta has no clue what he's trying to do, but he watches closely. However, what happens next can only be seen by KK's eyes. As KK opens his fingers, a sparkling orb of energy drops from his hand down onto the ground. It ripples like water in a still pond, energy flowing outward into the world. What? Yo? Yo? I swear I'm about to come over with a hammer and a bottle of liquor to fix your PC. A strange trail floats into view as though a spirit has passed through this place. Psychic energy. A trail leads further on, deeper into the alley and out of view. Guess he went that way. Puzzled, Ryuta follows KK's eyeline down the alley but sees nothing out of the ordinary. What happened? I don't see anything. Trust me, kid, it's good you can't see it. This is a power you don't want. And you're too young for it, to take a risk like that and change your life forever. Interesting. The world's a scary place. It keeps getting worse. We're gonna find your friend and get you back to your life. What? Sir, how you get that power? What'd you do? KK and Rinko are in big trouble, this time running like rats desperate to stay alive with only a dingy old sofa between them and monsters. We'd better find another exit. Rinko turns to KK and sees him holding his head. He appears to be in great pain. Damn, it's happening again. Your body's reacting to the ether. Oh my god. As KK looks at the room, his vision begins to break in half. He tries to focus, but rather than reform everything, continues to split apart even further. Another hallucination, the world is breaking in two. That'd be crystallized ether, another form of matter. Sounds like your body has entered the final stages of affinity. From thin air like phantoms, these horrific visitors appear, surrounding KK and Rinko. Damn, we're surrounded. Ayo? Ayo? Mr. KK. Are you okay? Huh? Sorry, kid. My mind can be a little hard to control. You just kind of stood there for a little while. Sometimes my memories take me places. Hate to leave you alone again, but you need to wait here while I look for your pal. Sit tight, I won't be long. Interesting. Man, what substance is he on? I don't know. It's... must be something with the spirits. They affected him somehow to make him, like, you know, all like, whoosh. A report on Rinko's computer set up flashes on screen. Ed's monitoring software has a hold of something big. The results are clear. Spiritual residue, and it's exactly at KK's location. What is it now? We just received an alert. There was a massive surge of spiritual energy at your location. Hold off on pursuing until we're able to send support. Can't wait forever for you guys. We might have a missing child on our hands. We got plenty of evidence. I know what I'm getting myself into. Relax. Ed's research has already prepared me. I'm ready. I appreciate the vote of confidence on behalf of my work, but that research was actually quite limited. It was more of a brief overview, in fact. I wouldn't call it actionable intelligence, so to speak. It was a very informative overview. I doubt I could be any more ready than I am right now. It's not fair to ask us for help when you think you need us, then use your own words against us when you're too impatient to act as a team. We're in this together. KK decides to address one team member specifically to make his case. Oh, see, Erica's the best person to make his case to because of the fact that she likes to do... yeah. What Erica and I have been through, I don't expect everyone else to understand. Hell, I barely understand it. Here's what I do understand. I take risks so others don't have to, and yeah, you all do the same thing. That's why I'm proud to call you my team, but it has to stop somewhere. A line needs to be drawn. We aren't the vulnerable ones who need your protection. We're all strong, and that strength multiplies when we work together to help others. You two are so special to me, both of you, and I think I understand where you're both coming from. It's just that this thing, this torment, once that power has got inside of you, the affinity, it won't let you rest. It's like being chased. We are running from something awful. I'm sorry that I'm not making sense. I just can't be quiet right now. I have to speak my truth. I have to support whatever decision he makes. The truly selfish act would be to stand still and let it overtake you. In the end, I know that I would do the same thing. Let's hope you never have to. I'll talk to you later. I'm in the middle of investigating. He never was any good at following people's directions. That attitude of his is precisely what saved our hides on countless occasions. You don't think I realize that? Erica smiles, thinking about KK's attitude. It doesn't bother her. Yeah, I figured she would be the best person because of the fact... Hey, yo? Who invited Slender Man and... what's the invisible girl from My Hero Academia? I can't make the joke now because I forgot what her name is. Fuck. Who invited Slender Man to the party? Damn, they're everywhere. KK's eyes dart between the two horrific figures into some incredibly strange glowing crystals that hover nearby. As he tries to speak, KK wheezes painfully. Rinko, what would happen if someone tried to touch one of those ether crystals? Your guess is as good as mine. Might give you the power to fight back, might just make you even more miserable. Who can say? What about him? Did it grant him strength? Rinko nods silently. After getting his answer, KK, without hesitation, stretches his hands out towards the crystal. Wait, stop. Stopping's not an option, not for any of us. Toru... I can't say it. I missed my joke. I can't say her name. I'm gonna... Oh god, who let early 2010s back into the building? You don't know what will happen. It could kill you, is the name of the invisible girl on My Hero. Damien, I love how you got that so fast, though. Did you have to look it up? Or did you remember? Or did Corey help you? You don't know what will happen. It could kill you. So I'm wondering if the he and the him is the main character of the main game. If that's who they're talking about. Because I'm assuming these people probably still aren't around. Because this is like when everything first started and the main game takes place after like everything has kind of gone to shit and there's like really nobody left at this point. So I'm interested to see if that's who they're referring to. Corey's steamed right now, so I'm trying not to make him too mad. Well, I'm glad that you're trying to not anger him. And those things won't. We're dead if we don't try something. We aren't out of options yet. You've thrown away everything to fight these monsters, same as me. There's not a goddamn thing left to lose at this point. Before Rinko can say anything else, KK reaches all the way out. Interesting. Oh my god, Bethesda. Help. Ayo. KK follows the trail of psychic energy deeper into the dark Shibuya alleyway, away from the glow of familiar streetlights and vending machines. His venture into the unseen brings him to a manhole cover where the spirit residue flashes with an eerie intensity. The spot is clearly the origin point for whatever spirit is at the center of this mystery. Did they take you this way, Sasuke? KK looks around again and, finding nothing, focuses his attention on this haunted manhole. The spectral vision shows KK a lot more than he thought it might, revealing a glowing specter hovering in this dark and dreary place, the spirit of a man in his 30s. I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this, a Jibaku Rei. According to Japanese lore, this type of spirit is trapped in a physical location. Okay, Spectre, what's keeping you tied down there? Is it your mother? The Spectre seems unable to answer him. Instead, he mutters, as if distracted or perhaps completely delirious. Either or, maybe both. Spectres aren't especially concerned with politeness or clarity. Neither of us is going anywhere until I get some answers. I need to know, what are you doing here, specifically at this manhole cover? Why haunt this place? I thought it was a kid. Just a kid playing around. Just having fun. Alone. I wanted to make sure he was safe. So just being neighborly, eh? Yes. No. Not making friend. Protecting. But it wasn't a kid though, was it? There was something else. Something lurking in these shadows. Did I die? I think I died. But this isn't what I expected. What was it? Monster. A monster? The Spectre points downwards. Underneath, huh? KK stares at the manhole as though if he just looks hard enough, he'll suddenly see what lurks in the darkness beneath its cover. He doesn't have to see the Spectre nod to know he's right. It went that way. Before he can pull up the manhole cover and see for himself, a long shadow creeps in from the edge of the alleyway. Did you find anything? Snooping around is detective's business. You don't belong back here. I thought I heard you talking to someone. Who is this youngster? Only I can hear you, so don't bother. Only you can hear me? Well, sure, nobody else is even here. This is turning into a damn clown show. Kid, I need you to stay here while I go down. It's not safe for you there. Not safe. Not safe. Monster. But how do you know I'll be safe up here? My team's one call away. They'll get here quick if you're in danger. Weren't you just saying something about being in the middle of an investigation and too busy to talk to anyone? Funny you should mention that. I could actually use some help. I believe they call it client services? Who you callin', mister? Are they nice like you or nicer? Client services? Sounds more like babysitting to me. If only you would just wait for us to get there. We play the hand we're dealt, and juggling work and childcare has never been my strong suit. I need a little support. Rinko sighs, a long, tired sigh of a frustrated person who knows that in the end, of course they'll help. She'll always help him, just as he will always help her. And I have the perfect candidate in mind. You, Rinko. There's nobody I trust more. The way you've looked after Erica, you've got a way with young people. I just don't. Talk some sense into this kid. Make him give me the space I need to get the job done. Put him on. Ryuta holds KK's phone to his ear, happy to make another new friend. Yes, Mrs. Ghost Hunter? No, Ryuta, this is Rinko. I'm the one who first read your message about your friend Sasuke. We're going to find him. You just have to trust us and listen to us. We also need your help. Will you help us? We need a new deputy for our paranormal investigation force. A deputy? Like a real deputy? Yes. Perfect. You are now our official task force lookout. It's a tough job and not just anyone can do it, but I believe in you. I'm sending an alert to your smartphone right now. Every 5 minutes, send me a message and tell me what you see, even if it's just normal stuff. I will do my best. but you need to stay right where you are. If you go anywhere that wouldn't be good task force lookout work, in that case, I would be forced to demote you to a lower position, and you have no idea the kind of paperwork that would create. That's how you scare the children. Tell them there's paperwork involved. You can count on me, Rinko. KK watches as Ryota smiles and hands the phone back to him. Then the kid puts on a tough deputy face and begins to survey the entrance of the alley. We good? He's on lookout duty. That should keep him busy for a while, but you better proceed with caution. We're on our way. You are the best. Tell me something I don't already know. Now to get down there and find your pal Sasuke. Sir, I really feel like you should be waiting for backup. That's how you scare adults too, paperwork. Exactly. You just say the word paperwork and they're like, wait a minute. I want to rethink my life. Dirty water splashes under KK's feet as he makes his way through the still darkness of Shibuya's sewers. The further he goes, the darker it gets, but not because of any change in light. No, this darkness is unnatural. In fact, it's not darkness at all. It's tangible. Dense fog made of spiritual energy fills the air. Toxic, paranormal waste coats the ground and plugs the drains. But the air itself is rejecting him. This corruption flows between worlds and reaches around him, blocking KK's way. How long has it been building up right below our feet? Is it like this everywhere? As KK goes deeper, the Kegar only increases. There's definitely something here if there's this much corruption swirling around. Nothing I can't handle, though. Alone in the darkness, KK summons his power and... hold and trace the shape to clear... Oh, I gotta... Oh, God. They said... There we go. Cleanses the corruption, returning the sewer to its normal state. This is normal? That's better, minus the stink. With the Kegar now cleared, as if they were waiting for a moment of safety, someone appears. Damn, just like the old Harry Potter games. Yo, why does that look like the oh god, I'm gonna butcher this too. Why does that look like the things from fucking Star Wars? The little people that like to steal things. Damn it. I forgot what it's called. Sasuke, is that you? The small boy avoids KK's look, turning his back and picking at something on the wet ground. Splish, splash, splish, splash. Jawas, that's what it is. There you go. Hey you, kid, you okay? Can you hear me? Are you hiding from something? Take a bath, take a bath. Come on, kid, this isn't the time or the place. Answer me. I'm not trying to scare you, but you gotta work with me here. In the vast darkness of the sewer, the sound of KK's phone suddenly rings out, the tiny chime echoing back and forth around the hollow space. The small boy in the raincoat doesn't seem to notice. He must be very preoccupied. I'm close. I found Sasuke, but I'm worried. He won't... Muffled sounds. Down so far, the signal to KK's phone is barely holding on. He can only make out a few sounds and struggles to make out what words they might be forming. Muffled sounds.
Oi, oi.
Hello? Is anybody there? Rinko, is that you? Ed? Erica? Who is this? Rinko, can you hear me? Are you with Ryota? Can you ask him, was Sasuke wearing a yellow raincoat? And I was thinking the character of that game, Little Horrors. Oh, Little Nightmares? Yeah. No, I thought a Jaw was. Two different connections there. The scratchy connection makes it almost impossible to understand. That's it. Yep. Sasuke. It's about Sasuke. Not Rinko. I can't understand. Sasuke is not what? Not Sasuke. The call cuts out, the phone going dead in KK's hand. Damn. Enough screwing around, Sasuke. Just like that, finally, as if called by his mother to come to dinner, the child responds. He stands up and turns to KK with his dead, evil eyes. Hey, yo? You're not Sasuke. You're the monster. KK raises his hand and calls forth an energy that he discovered that day long ago. The day he found his back against the wall, reaching out and touching the ether crystal. Ever heard of ethereal weaving, monster? Energy surges into KK's hand, green light winding and glowing, charging around his fingertips. The increasingly bright light glows, illuminating the tunnel, and in that moment, standing in the center of the tunnel, we can see this monster, this raincoat visitor, just in time for it to press a child's whistle to its mouth and... At a stranger's fingertips lies KK, now a prisoner. I need my subject to remain calm or else nothing will get done. Despite being captive, KK flashes the stranger a fierce glare. You son of a bitch. Hello, my new friend. I'm keen to see how useful your vessel turns out to be. The stranger takes something out and holds it in his hand. An amulet, though clearly not simply for decoration, it surges with power. He looks from the amulet and back to KK and smiles. Ayo? What? As the monstrous little raincoat visitor blows his whistle, he steps back into the shadowy darkness. Running away, huh? But he's not running away at all. In fact, he's only making space for two much larger, far more horrifying visitors to show up and challenge KK. We got Slender Man 1 and Slender Man 2. I've been waiting to run into you again. Let's go, you bastards. A talisman that stops visitors from moving. It will be consumed on use. Damage a single visitor with a wind attack. Visitors perish after 2 hits. Summon a shield to protect one from visitors' attacks. Okay, let's stop them from moving. The umbrella visitors are frozen in place. Only one stun talisman is left. Oh, fuck. Shield myself? A barrier appears in front of KK. Now attack them. One umbrella visitor is injured. The umbrella visitors awaken from the stun. Stun him again. The umbrella visitors are frozen in place. You have no more stun talismans. One umbrella visitor is injured. The umbrella visitor awakens from the stun. Damage him again. KK is safe with barriers temporarily destroyed. We're gonna barrier myself again. An umbrella visitor attacks, but its attack is deflected by the barrier. The barrier is broken. A barrier appears in front of KK. An umbrella visitor attacks, but his attack is deflected. The barrier is broken. So let's attack him again, but we have no shield this time. One umbrella visitor is injured. You're done. Whoa, that was cool. The fight now over. The sewer is oddly calm again. KK sweeps the space, looking for any clues that may be left behind. Why would a pack of monsters manifest their evil here? But then he sees it affixed to one wall of the tunnel. A wooden tag, sometimes called a kifuda. This must be what summoned those things. KK reaches out and takes the kifuda down, but as his fingertips approach it... Bethesda! Help, Bethesda. Why are we blind to me? Sir, wait a minute. Where the fuck we go? We just went from the sewers to what? Rinko? God damn it, Rinko. Erica? KK feels a big quick thump through his body. When he looks down, he sees someone else's arm stabbing through his chest. Its horrifying black smoke rushes out of his body. Looking back up, KK sees a man wearing a Hanya mask. You're... Hey, yo? As KK comes to, he realizes that he is in the tunnel once again. No, still. He looks at his chest. It's totally fine. No gaping hole, not even a scratch. Sweating, breathing heavy, his mind races. It was a horrible dream, maybe a vision. He grips the kifuda in his hand. I won't let him get away with this. So hard that it smashes into pieces. At that moment, KK realizes he's not actually alone. Distracted by his fury, he had missed the approach of someone new. Who's there? Surprised, he spins to face this entity, but before he can raise his other hand... Ah! What is happening? KK emerges from the tunnel to find Ryota waiting with the rest of the team. You fool, you run into a wall of Kagari and your instinct is to walk deeper into it when you know we're on the way to help? Listen, No, you listen. I'm not done yelling at your stupid ass for making me worry about you. Okay, but All of our instruments at headquarters started going wild. We broke basically every traffic law in Tokyo twice to get here as quick as possible. And then we find an open sewer entrance, little Ryota peering down into this dirty tunnel, clearly considering climbing down there despite our best efforts to cover for you and keep him busy. Sure, except, so we take a look for ourselves, it's corruption in all directions, the whole place absolutely soaking in spirit residue. It's like they're amassing an army beneath our feet and you go sniffing around alone? It's not, maybe let her finish? Worst of all, you arrived stinking but unscathed, having been gone just long enough to have me convinced that you were really hurt down there, that I would have never seen you alive again. The problem with disappearing into a dangerous sewer all alone is that the longer you're gone, after Rinko has asked you to be cautious, the more time she has to consider the things she'll shout at you when you return. He says, sir. The things we've been through together, when you're in danger, it's as if I can feel it deep down, but there's nothing I can do. What if you had died? The thought of being haunted by you, of all people, I almost climbed down there to kill you myself. I'm sorry. Should have waited. Don't you dare be nice to me right now. I need to calm down. I value your friendship and support. I didn't hear that. Safely above ground, reunited with his team, KK turns his attention to the original source of all this drama, his young client Ryota. You were never gonna tell me, were you? Man, you know how they close when she says shit like that? Yeah, when she says I would literally go kill you myself, game over. You know she means it. Sasuke isn't your best friend. He's your dog. He's my dog and my best friend. I'm not gonna say that this is why children suck, but you know. KK steps back nervously as Sasuke tries to jump into his lap, tail wagging. Oh, calm down. He just wants to be pet. Geez, who would have thought that such a tough-as-nails former detective would have such a strong phobia around dogs? This is why children suck. Don't have to broadcast it, alright? I said it for you. Don't be scared. Sasuke loves everyone. Maybe he should draw the line at loving monsters and following them into the sewer. Ryota hugs his dog and gets a face full of licks in response. KK relaxes slightly, seeing how harmless this little dog is, but still keeps some distance. Thank you so much for bringing him home safely, Mr. KK. Mr. KK, what an adorable alias. When exactly did you start going by this new short nickname, KK? I suppose it has a fun ring to it, not quite so formal as your full name, K. Before we get too sidetracked, as the lead investigator on this one, you've got some paperwork to do, KK. Not sure what's worse, fighting monsters or filling out all these damn forms. It's obvious that you prefer the fighting to paperwork. KK scribbles out a few quick lines, only Ed can read them. Hey kid, this is for you. Oh, is it a prize for helping you find that ghost? Almost. It's the bill. Ryuta's face sinks as he's left holding the check. Lucky for you, today's work is pro bono. That means free. Consider this your receipt. I'm feeling generous right now. Ryota looks closely at the paper in his hand. It says, the case of the cursed manhole, extermination complete, KK. Leaning in, see the paperwork is evil? Leaning in over his shoulder, Rinko lets out an uncharacteristically loud burst of laughter. Oh, now I get it. You didn't choose the nickname KK. Sloppy paperwork chose it for you. There's a lot in this life that we don't get to choose. Call me what you like, not like I've got any use for a real name these days, and definitely not one of my old names. It doesn't matter what anyone calls me so long as I find that bastard. KK's gaze looks fierce, as though he's recalling a bitter past. Reflected in his eyes is Ryota, who looks pleased to have received KK's autograph. KK's expression softens up in response. That said, I guess KK's not so bad. Hey, yo? They really just said, that's all you get? Yo? Corey told me earlier that I should buy and download the main fucking game. And I was like, nah, I stream for 2 hours. Like, I think that'll easily hit 2 hours. Like, it seems like it's long from what people said. Wait, that was it, right? Like, hey, yo. I've been robbed. Okay, so what we've learned, though, is there's a guy that he keeps referring to as he and him. He refers to a past. There's ether crystals. we saw the man that is the main cover of the video game itself. So I wonder if he's like the head of it all, or if that's who you're playing as in the game. Because I thought that's how the guy looks in the gameplay itself. But I can't remember. Son of a bitch. What we'll probably do is we'll look at the trailer. Both of those are from the trailer. Yeah, we'll look at the trailer again. Because, I don't know how quickly it'll download. I'll try to buy it real quick and see if I can get it to download fast, but knowing my luck, it's gonna be like, no. No. They had a lot of people that they listed for this. Oh my god. Oh my god. But that was good though. I like that it was short. So I guess we playing Go Fish. We might do marbles if it's like won't take long to download. I don't think it's a very big game, but then again, I don't know. It's Bethesda. It's probably at least anywhere from 10 to 13 hours long. Roughly. Because that's how long, like, Doom Eternal is, and then the first Doom is. Roughly, about there. How many credits are there? Oh my god, either that or do a second playthrough and see if choosing other options will change the results. Yeah, I might not do that now, because that was a lot of reading. And oh my god. Rosie, hello! Welcome in, how are you? How are you? But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get the game, like the main game, to download fast. Jay, I'm dying. It's fine. Jay, thank you for the sub for 13 months. How are you, friend? How are you? Oh, an ad. Imagine having ads. Oh my god, is this gonna, like, can I skip this any faster? No. This is, okay. So we just gotta, oh, I could have hit exit. I'm just stupid. Interesting. Okay, so let's quit. We're gonna open up Steam so I can buy the game. Hold on. Pause for the cause. GhostWire Tokyo. Adults only. Excuse me? I like to think I'm legally an adult. You know, how well... What's this deluxe version? Oh, it just comes with the thingy. The DLC. Adults only. It's like, wait a minute. Okay, let's change this to just chatting real quick while I... Son of a shiznit. Well, Corey's yelling at the children and has my card. So let's see here. Screen capture? No. Window capture. Display capture. We'll do display capture. Let's not have my billing information opened. Put that right there. There we go. Alright, so here. I want to kind of go to YouTube rather. Because, like, I would like their GhostWire. Please don't judge any of the things that you see on my YouTube. Let's not judge, alright? Before you buy full game. No, I don't want reviews. I want the trailer. What is this? Official gameplay trailer? Fuck it. Ow. Let's like turn the volume down some. Full screen that. That is all sorts of not even. Interesting. So those Slenderman people look terrifying as hell.
There remains work yet undone. Critical work. truth
Interesting.
when forced to face it. Still your fear. I will be her salvation. The time is nigh. The world rests on the precipice
Put it in 4K.
of transformation.
Oh my god.
A new age will dawn.
Touche, salesman. See, this shit looks like banger. But of course, Corey is yelling at the children, and I need my. I don't remember what my credit card is. Shit! Hold on. So I can buy the game. Because I really didn't think the prelude was that short. But of course, that would be my luck, wouldn't it? And my card isn't saved. Alright, hold on. That doesn't look like KK, so I have no idea who the main character is. Yeah, I can't tell. Like, let me look up and see. Who's the main character in GhostWire Tokyo? There we go. I can spell. No, it's Akito. Yeah. Oh, okay. Alright, so KK is a spirit who inhabits Akito. So something happens to KK at some point. So I'm wondering if we'll find that out. Yeah, nearly all of Tokyo's citizens have vanished mysteriously, and ghostly spirits known as visitors have invaded the city. Akito, the game's protagonist, is possessed and saved by a spirit detective named KK after a motorcycle accident, who, while having his own agenda, grants him supernatural powers. As Akito combats the visitors haunting the city, catching yokai to grow stronger, he encounters a group wearing Hanya masks who may unveil the mystery behind the strange events in Tokyo, one of which is kidnapping Akito's sister to host a ritual to give birth to a new world full of ghosts and ghouls. Interesting. I definitely will look more into this type of stuff because Japanese culture for ghosts and shit like that is always very fascinating. It's always very interesting. But let me see if Corey can bring me my card so I can try to download this real quick. But no promises because I don't know how big the game is. So hold on one moment, please. Pause for the cause. Thank you. Okay, he's bringing me the wallet. Let's try and see if I can get this to download fast. We'll see. Anyone got any fours? If not, today will just be a short stream, which is no biggie, because we're gonna, plan is tomorrow, we're gonna do some Warzone, probably about 7-ish, thank you, probably about 7-ish, and then Thursday we'll dive into this game, just because I wanted to play some Warzone. I haven't played any on stream in a hot minute. So, figured that was the best time. Because I got an itching. Ooh, Warzone. Yes. The War of the Zones. Yes. I love how I hit save my payment for, like, future things and every time. And it's like, nah. We ain't doing that. Purchase. Alright. We have purchased the GhostWire Tokyo. Now we gotta install it. And let's see how quickly it installs, just in general. Oh my god! Okay, it's not that bad of a game. It's 17 gigabytes. Okay, we're good. Whew, 17 gigabytes I can deal with. Alright. Let's get this game going. But yes, Rosie, if you would like to join, feel free. I don't know what your like work schedule is like, but I'll have because I think right now there's only gonna be 3 of us, maybe 2 of us. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm probably gonna have some like, you know, open lobbies for friends if any friends want to like run through and just join for a few or anything like that. Oh, that's cool. So because I got the game, there's a bunch of cool backgrounds I can get, but of course it's probably going to tell me that I have to play the game for 2 hours. I will have to let you know, but I am interested. Yes, if not, we can always run some later when, like, you're, like, available. Because I know time zones are different and a bitch and a pain, and I hate them. But that prelude was actually really good. I really liked that. But let me see. It's kind of moving and grooving, so maybe I could start a little bit of this game. We'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to see how quickly. It's surprisingly downloading relatively at like a good speed, considering the fact that I'm streaming at the same time. I was like, oh, is it gonna... It might just kind of not work. But I don't want to open another thing and it not work. Oh my god. Okay, there's people. Is there any other GhostWire Tokyo trailers? Anyone got any twos? That's from the showcase. That's the playthrough intro. Pre-launch trailer. 18 minutes of gameplay. I really just like the way that the character looks. Like, the main guy looks really cool. So I'm excited to like learn more about like what all these characters entail. Cause like, let's see, can I go back to their page, store page? There we go. And then we can do, yep, there we go. Cause I think this is, okay, hello, ow, aggressive for no reason. The guy looks like he stole the fashion of that one Honda skin. I like to, I'm wondering how much you see in third person. Because I think a lot of the game is first person. I don't think you really have any third person moments. Like it's showing here. I think it's all first person. Which I know a lot of people were like complaining about. They were like, oh, boo-hoo, first person. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. We're getting a goddamn game where we get to learn about some Japanese culture. Shut up. Let me have it. Interesting. It's crazy. Moody, weird, and effortlessly cool. I'm loving to see a bunch of yokai I recognize. Yeah. It's a Bethesda game, majority are first person. Exactly. But it has a very, very Bethesda feel. Like, even when, like, this game, like, first was announced, and, like, I was drawn to it immediately because I really like... I always love Bethesda's games. They're very fun. Rosie, thank you for the lurk, by the way. Mwah. Boo-boo kisses. But I am drawn to Bethesda's games because they put a lot of work into them, and I really, like, the first person is just effortless, like, with their stuff, I swear. If you die, I hope it ragdolls. That'd be so funny. Yeah, I'm interested to see, like, kind of how this plays out. It's very, like, overall, like, the game as a whole, like, can I, like, yeah, there we go. Like, I really just, I like the attention to detail. I like the characters, like, the way that the yokai look. They're all very unique and interesting. I just, this in general, like, the Haya, like, their mask and stuff. Like, this aesthetic, to me, is very, very cool. And look, the puppers! Plus, like, this, like, some of the screenshots of this game, like, just absolutely look amazing. And they even tried to, like, have a few actual locations that are in Tokyo, in this game as well. Military Spartan, hello! How are you? I'm patiently waiting for this damn game to download. But yeah, I really, like, just, this game, like, to me, looks, like, effortlessly. That better be, Sissoko from the Prelude. I would assume so. Is this the one we watched already? Yeah, this is the one we watched. But yeah, I just love the way it looks, the whole game. Let's see. Let's see if it is done. Because that would be phenomenal. Oh, it's verifying. Oh, and it says it's gonna take forever. Oh, it's changing time. Why does verifying take so long? Also appreciate they had a fat umbrella guy. He said I really liked that they had the fat umbrella guy too. Justice for everyone, because even yokai love food. I just find it funny that, like, this game came out and then Jujutsu Kaisen has been really big. So, I find that funny that, like, these two things have come out around the same time. Like, Jujutsu has been out, obviously, but, like, the movie has gotten a lot of popularity here recently and stuff like that. So, it's very interesting to see the, you know, Japanese, paranormal culture be talked about a lot more. Because I am one that's very drawn to the paranormal, so I am very, very into this. So I'm hoping this copies or verifies. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to hold out hope, but I don't know if it will. Because streaming and trying to do this at the same time is iffy. I still need to watch that. Corey and I have watched about, like, I think 4 or 5 episodes. We gotta watch some more of it. But it's really good so far. He asked a lot of questions because I watch so much ghost shows. So he's like, do you know what this means? And do you know what this means? And does this make sense to you? So he'll, like, ask me questions. It's pretty funny. But it says 8 minutes. But it keeps changing. Let's just hope. Because I would love to play this. But is there something we can do to pass the time? Let me see. What do we got here? That's bright as shit. Addicting Games is still a website? What service is it on? What do you mean? Like, what, like, it's like Steam? Because that's where I got it, is through Steam. Just because I think it's on Epic as well. But, oh, the show. Oh, God. We're watching it through HBO Max, I think. Don't quote me on that. I think we're watching it through HBO Max, but I think it's on Hulu, too, maybe. Or is it Netflix? This is a problem. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to double check, Mason. I'm not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. But let me see. Yes, Addicting Games is still a thing, and they are finally about to shut down Cool Math Games, I think. Didn't they say that, like, for multiple years that they were gonna shut down cool math games. They's lying. Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Let's see here. Trying to see who is streaming. Da 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 da. Yeah, but due to the end of Flash, they can no longer hold out. Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, I'm pretty sure they was going for a while. A while. Let's see. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this finish its download. And I'm going to pass this party along because I actually am very hungry. And little one has kicked the hell out of me. So I kind of want to just take a little breather. But I had a lovely time catching up with you guys and reading for you, you know, ASMR. You know, you can go back and listen to the VOD if you want to just hear my voice read to you of GhostWire Tokyo Prelude. But we will be back tomorrow, probably closer to 7. I'd put in my schedule 6, but I forgot we have maternity pictures tomorrow. And then my youngest is going to his middle school orientation to kind of see the school and stuff like that. So probably closer to 7 for start time for Warzone. And like I said, if any of my friends that enjoy Warzone, if you guys want to hop in, hop out, you know, feel free. I think we'll probably mostly run Rebirth because I fucking hate Caldera with a fiery burning passion. But, you know, but we're also going to try something else, something out new with Warzone. That way I can just kind of chat for a few minutes, chill with you guys while, you know, people are getting ready and stuff. We're going to spectate some solos and judge some people. So we'll probably spectate 1 or 2 solos. We'll see how the first one goes. Excuse me. I have just acid reflux and I keep burping. So probably what we'll do is we'll spectate 1, you know, judge people as we so do here on this channel. Oh boy, we get to play Spot the Bot. Yes! That is what is exciting about spectating is we get to chat, but then we also get to judge people and, you know, be humbled a little bit at times. But we are going to send this party along to my lovely friend Headgash because he's actually playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland. And I am dying to check that game out because we plan to get that game for the whole family. So that will be probably next once we finish GhostWire Tokyo. Don't quote me on it because, you know, I'm awful at keeping a schedule. I try my best. But when you're a pregnant mama, whoo, schedule's out the window. Dragon, hello friend. Thank you for popping in. We are actually getting ready to send this party to Headgash to vibe out to some Tiny Tina. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you guys so much for checking out GhostWire Tokyo. Like I said, we will be live with GhostWire Tokyo on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if this is a game that has heavily piqued your interest and you want to check it out, feel free to come, vibe out. Let's vanquish some yokais together and whoop some butt. But yeah, let me go ahead and start that raid, get that going so that way I can make sure it works and it doesn't break like it always does. Because, you know, nothing ever goes right in the world. And then we're gonna get some music going, you know, get some vibes going here.
Brewed with Valencia
Of course, there's an ad because why wouldn't there be?
Every time.
Get in, honey.
Oh, hey, baby, no dick.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
good. You ready to get this?
All right,
Yeah, let's do it.
thanks guys.